These are the confession tapes of the Confessor. Allegedly. Every tape tells a different truth. This is a story about what happens when the monster starts remembering names. The dead do not answer, so I keep recording. I remember the first one because I didn't feel bad yet. That is the part people never believe. They think guilt is punctual. They think it arrives immediately, dressed in thunder, dragging God behind it like a witness. They think your hands shake. They think your knees give out. They think the room changes shape. They think the mirror refuses you. Mine did not. The room stayed a room. The mirror stayed a mirror. The world kept its face straight. And I sat there waiting to become human again. Nothing came. That should have scared me sooner. Scares me now. Back then, I mistook the quiet for permission. I had rules. That's what I called them. Rules. A clean word. A civilized word. The kind of word a monster uses when he wants to sound like a man with a system instead of a man with a wound. I told myself I only choose people who had already done damage. People who humiliated the weak. People who laughed when someone else was breaking. People who made pain public. People like him. I will not tell you his real name. Real names make the dead too heavy. So I'll call him what I remember. The man who laughed. That was all he was to me for years. Not a full person. Not a man with errands. Not a man with birthdays to remember or bills to forget. Just a laugh. You can do a lot to a laugh. You can hate a laugh. You can chase a laugh. You can spend half your life pretending you forgot it. You can even convince yourself it deserves to be silenced. I was young when I first heard him. Too young to understand cruelty, but old enough to know when a room had picked a side. My mother was embarrassed in public. That's all I'm going to give you. Some memories belong to the people who survived them. Her hands were shaking. Her mouth kept opening like the right words were sitting just out of reach. And the room did what rooms do. It pretended not to watch. People looked at the floor, looked at their cups. People suddenly became fascinated by walls, shoes, napkins, windows, anything but the woman coming apart in front of them. Except him. He laughed. Not nervous. Not accidental. Not one of those little sounds people make. When silence gets uncomfortable, nah. He enjoyed it. You can hear the difference. A laugh like that has teeth. And once he laughed, everybody else knew it was safe to laugh too. That was the lesson. Pain is bad. Pain with an audience becomes something else. It becomes a room you never really leave. Years passed. People love saying that like time is medicine. It is not. Sometimes time just teaches the wound how to speak politely. I got older, quieter, better dressed, better at shaking hands with men who reminded me of men that I hated, better at saying I'm fine, with just enough conviction to make liars jealous. Then one day I heard it again, the laugh. Some voices age. Some laughs do not. My body recognized him before my mind did. Older face, different coat, thinner hair, same sound. And something in me went still. Not angry, not loud. Still. That should have warned me. But stillness can feel like control when you have spent your whole life feeling powerless. I told myself it was justice. That was the word I used because revenge made me sound cheap. Justice sounded clean, sounded noble. Justice made the old hurt stand up straight and put on a suit. I said he deserved it. I said men like him leave bruises nobody can photograph. I said somebody should have corrected him years ago. Listen to how easy that sounds. That is how the lie gets in. It does not kick the door open. It speaks in your own voice. No, that is not the whole entire truth. The truth is, I did not just want justice. I wanted the room to go quiet. I wanted the boy I used to be to stop feeling so small. I wanted one laugh in this world to learn what silence felt like. I called that justice because I was too proud to call it pain. I will not tell you how it happened. That would make this the wrong kind of story. If you came here for instructions, you came to the wrong tape. This is not about method. This is about what came after, or what did not. Afterward, I waited. I waited for panic. I waited for trembling. I waited for a voice from heaven. I waited for my heart to turn against me. Nothing. I went home. I washed my hands. I sat down. The lamp worked. The floor held. The ceiling did not crack open. I remember drinking water. The glass was cold. I remember noticing that. That bothered me later. How ordinary the details were. How normal my body behaved. I ate, I slept. Not badly. Not with nightmares. Not with sweat soaking through the sheets. I slept better than I had in years. I hate that sentence, but it is true. And the truth does not become less ugly because I say it quietly. The next morning, sunlight came through the blinds like nothing ever happened. Somebody outside started a car. Somebody laughed down the street. The world continued. That was the first real horror. Not what I had done. The fact that the world did not seem offended by it. I thought guilt would prove I was still human. When it didn't come, I wondered how long I had been something else. But guilt is patient. Guilt does not always arrive with thunder. Sometimes it comes with late, quiet, petty, carrying a receipt. I found it folded, really small. A stupid, ordinary thing. That is what cracked the story. Not a dream, not a ghost, not some divine punishment. A receipt. Birthday candles. $3.17. Birthday candles. I had spent years turning him into a monster. Then I found birthday candles in his pockets. Do you know what that does to a clean story? A monster is easy. A monster does not buy candles. A monster does not stand under bad fluorescent light, choosing something small for someone waiting at home. A monster does not have errands. A man does. A man can laugh at your mother in public and still belong to somebody. That was inconvenient. That is the honest word. Not heartbreaking. Not yet. Inconvenient. The receipt did not make me sorry at first. It made me angry that he had become human at such a disrespectful time. I wanted him to stay the man who laughed. The receipt refused. It said he was more. Not innocent. Do not confuse human with innocent. Innocence is a verdict. Humanity is a problem. And now I had a problem folded in my hands. I kept it. Of course I did. people like me keep the thing we should destroy. We call it a reminder, punishment, evidence. But sometimes we keep it because some buried part of us wants to be found. I would take it out and read it like scripture written by a cash register. Birthday candles. $3.17. Thank you. Thank you. That was printed at the bottom. Can you imagine that? Thank you. As if the world itself was mocking me for finally noticing he had been a person. That was when the laugh changed. Before the receipt, I only heard it one way. Sharp, cruel, hungry. After the receipt, I started hearing something underneath it. Not goodness, not forgiveness, just life. A man laughing. A man buying candles. A man being missed by someone who did not know he had done something to deserve my memory. That is when the silence stopped feeling like permission. That is when it started feeling like a witness. I wish I could tell you I stopped there. That would make this easier. That would make me easier. But the first one did not stop me. The first one educated me. It taught me that a line can be crossed without music. It taught me a room can stay ordinary after something unforgivable. It taught me that a man can do wrong, drink water, answer messages, and sleep. It taught me that guilt does not always prevent the next thing. Sometimes guilt just learns where to sit. I had rules. That was the lie. The truth is, I had preferences. I preferred people who made my anger feel righteous. I preferred memories that made me look wounded instead of wicked. I preferred calling revenge justice because justice sounded like something a decent man might want. But I was not decent. Not then. Maybe not now. So why record this? Because silence is not forgiveness. Because the dead do not correct the story. Because if I do not say what happened, I will keep editing myself into something cleaner than I was. And I know what happens when I let myself sound clean. I remember the first one because I did not feel bad yet. But I remember the receipt because eventually I did. Not enough. Not soon enough. Not in time to save anybody. But enough to ruin the quiet. And once the quiet was ruined, everything else started making noise. The laugh, the room, the candles, the word thank you, and later, the dog. Because that is the next tape. Tape 002. The dog knew. The dead do not answer. So I keep recording.